Hey y'all, thanks for coming back. This is Coach Brian with another updated news report. If you haven't heard, the alien, the executioner, the boxer that Father Time seemed to forgot about, Bernard Hopkins, is coming out of retirement for one more fight against Joe Smith, the WBC International Champion. We're talking about ranked one of the top 10 within the light heavyweight division. He only has one loss, has a decent record, and needs that big name to put himself over. And you know what? Bernard Hopkins coming out of retirement, hadn't fought in a few years, been commentating, and is going to take on a contender, y'all. Hey, you know what? If you don't see greatness right there happening, Bernard Hopkins is probably one of the best fighters to ever did it, and to do it for so long, that's pretty outstanding, man. He's always been one of those fighters that stayed in condition. You can tell he probably stays fighting, doing some type of workout at all times. If you follow him on Instagram, you notice that he's always eating healthy. He's putting pictures up there of his stuff right there. Bernard Hopkins has always maintained a competitive nature, and he's never been one of those people that's been totally dominated or anything like that. The closest thing was his last fight against Kovalev, and Kovalev couldn't even knock him out. Kovalev was like, kind of baffled by him or whatever it is. Bernard Hopkins used his skills and to kind of neutralize that power. But we're talking about Kovalev, one of the probably best doing it right now. Bernard Hopkins has always been a competitor, one of those true spirits to boxing of pride and never quit, what we like to say at Brown Boxing. So, saying that as it is may be, if let's say I was living in a perfect world and I could be a matchmaker, I'm telling you right now, y'all, I would throw Bernard Hopkins in there with Triple G at any time, right? I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 fight, but that would probably be a very entertaining fight. You got that old crafty lion versus that new strong, new kid on the block out there just knocking everybody's block off. So I would love to see a Bernard Hopkins Triple G fight. Now, you think it may be far off, but I'm going to tell you right now, if Bernard Hopkins goes in there and fights Joe Smith, and two possibilities happen. There's three. Of course, he could win, or he could lose, or he could draw those. But those are not what I'm talking about. So, if Bernard Hopkins goes in there and dominates Joe Smith, Bernard Hopkins is back. And they're going to be trying to throw money at him to get him in there to fight Triple G. Right? Two, if he goes in there and if it's a close fight, we're talking about close, where it's controversial, where man, I could see it for Bernard or I could see it for Joe, I'm going to say Bernard Hopkins is going to come back and fight. He's going to come back and fight, right? He's going to have to. And if he doesn't come back and fight Joe Smith for a rematch, he'll fight Triple G. Triple G needs that big name. He doesn't have. His biggest name right now is Kell Brook. And Kell Brook brought it to him, right? So, and everybody's thinking, that he's showing weakness. I'm a big Kell Brook fan, so hats go off to Kell Brook. Anytime I can tell y'all that Kell Brook is probably literally the only person living up to his name, the special one. So anyways, it's not about him. This is about Bernard Hopkins. So I can see Bernard Hopkins with a very close decision or a dominant win over Joe Smith, possibly in my perfect world if I was the matchmaker fighting Triple G. But I'm not. I'm not in charge of that, so they haven't given me that one. I'm out here making YouTube pages, interviewing and training boxers. So, hey, let me know what you think. What do you think about Triple G and Bernard Hopkins? I'll have a survey link I'll have a link in the description for a survey. You already click on that and let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about Joe Smith, Bernard Hopkins coming back to fighting Joe Smith, and do you think this will be his last fight? Win, lose, or draw? Do you think this will be his last fight? Hey, like always, thank you so much for checking out my page. Please subscribe, like, dislike, comment. Let me know what I can do better. I'm always trying to make things better for Brown Boxing and for my whole page right here. I'm trying to make it big, and not so much big financially. Just want to make an impact towards something that, I really enjoy this. So I just want to help or not help, but just want to entertain as many people as I can. And I hope anybody listening to this and liking my page and looking at my videos enjoy the content that I put out. Hey, what was I gonna say? So my goal for the end of this year is to get 1,000 likes, or not to get 1,000 likes, to get 1,000 subscriptions. And I'm trying to make this video, every video I want to try to put a goal on it and to make to get a number of likes or a number of comments. And for this video right here, I'm hoping to get 100 likes with at least 10 comments. So please, I would appreciate all the help you can give me on that. Thank you so much. Pride never quit. Brian Boxing out.